Good evening. I'd like to call the Guthrie Historic Preservation Commission meeting for October 2014 to order. May we have a roll call, please, Ms. Bonetta?
Certainly. Chairman Wood,
Yes, present.
Commissioner Bothroyd, no. Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Long,
Here.
Commissioner Mahoney.
Here.
Very good. You have a quorum.
Thank you. And
And we
Miss
have
Robbins.
Commissioner Robbins also
She's
here.
still here.
I saw you down here. Commissioner Robbins, I am so.
I'm here. Thank you. She marked the little.
Did you notice that I marked? Okay. Sorry, guys.
Oh, that's great. Let's move on to approval of the minutes from September meeting. Has everybody had a chance to look over the minutes? Any corrections, comments, or changes from the commissioners? If not, I would entertain for a motion to approve.
I'll motion.
We have a motion to approve
Second.
and a second. Yes.
Okay.
Have a vote, please.
Yes, Chairman Wood.
Yes.
Chairman, boy, everybody's getting promotions.
Everybody's getting
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Long,
Yes.
Commissioner Mahoney,
Yes.
and Commissioner Robbins.
Thank you. Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Yay.
Yay.
On to item 4, any comments from the public? Anybody have anything to say tonight that's out? Just probably not, there's just us tonight with what's on the agenda. If that's not it, then what we'd like to do is go on to discussion of possible action on application of number CA 2014-2011-268-4. I think that there's extra numbers in there, but
The
that's okay.
2011 should not be there. That's a
Well,
mistake.
that's okay.
Thank you.
Request approval to replace the signage at 125 North Division. Applicant requests approval to replace the signage at 125 North Division. Photos and illustrations of the proposed sign have been submitted for our review. An applicant or representative will be here for our answer. Any questions we have. Ms. Spinatu, do we have any other thing else from staff?
You have in front of you, in addition to the items in the packet, a piece of reference material that comes from your sign guidelines regarding design. I would like to bring to your attention, as part of our general discussion, the discussion on number F, G, and H on that page regarding lettering and new signs. Lettering should complement the historic resource of the overall structure, and that on new signs, we want to take a look at signs that are artistic, although we can't expect every single sign to be, done by Da Vinci, but something that does complement the building and is designed to evoke that period. On signs that are more minimalist in nature, we would recommend, although it's not required, that a border of some sort be provided. But it's up to you in your discussion how you'd like to decide.
Thank you. Thank you very much. If you would, please, we'd love to have you come up and give us an idea of what you have planned. I know that you have a different rendition of the signage size than what we have in our packet. So if you would please you could show us and we can pass that around. This is more to it, and if we could come right over here and, we'll pass this down, and that way we can all take a look at it. So,
Right. If you could go to the
The
lectern. Thank you.
it's going to be, it falls, I think, within the 30.
It's a little bit smaller,
Yeah.
so it doesn't take up so much of the window.
Okay, so does the new design then fall within the 30% parameter of window covering?
That's what we spoke a little earlier, and I understand that you had your sign individual know the guidelines,
Yes.
and he has resized the signage to the 1/3 window area. Okay.
So Renee can see it.
So, there we go, yeah. Window.
Thank you.
Well, were you afforded, or I mean, were you able to look at the book and know what our guidelines are or anything like that? I know
No, sir.
you really just want to, if I could just, if I could hand one of these, or we could pass that down and just give you some idea of what we have to go by within our guidelines. I know that you want to be seen and everything, to know exactly what you are and what you do. I don't have, not inclined to say that it is a bad sign. I think that it may not fall completely in with the, as what we have, or what we're trying to do here in Guthrie, but then we have the front of this building. If we can see the stone, it's probably a mid-century type of a facade that's been changed and added to when the windows were changed out, so it's not out of proportion with what would possibly be there as a square type of sign. Any other comments from commissioners?
Is the name of the business elsewhere?
Yes, ma'am. There's a sign on the actual building.
I was thinking there was, but
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to go
We were
back
gonna- we were
past.
gonna
I'm
keep
sorry.
that. So if we were to come up with different lettering that is more historic looking, and then possibly I heard her talk about a border. Is that something, if we came up with something a little bit different, would the wording be okay, but just in a different style of lettering?
And the color, I would like to get a color sample. Are you asking for the red color?
Is that, I mean,
That's negotiable. Even maybe a burgundy would be pretty. I would go for that.
something that
think-
shows up, I understand that you want to be seen, and that's exactly what you're looking for. We'd like to keep something within a color palette. We've done that. A burgundy would probably be really nice. I think that we've allowed burgundies or something that's not just very bright.
Isn't Western Finance the one that was just done recently? A burgundy?
Yes.
So that might be a good option for you to go take a look at, just color-wise, so you can see how it shows up on the windows.
Okay.
Right. And you could do a treatment on the edge to make it pop a little bit, possibly outline it with a white or
A gold.
A gold or-
The way your old sign is with the red letters outlined in white, it shows up more and it just looks like it's finished. Without something more, it doesn't look quite finished.
And we want you to be noticed, mainly, that's the main thing. We want to be as friendly as we can. We don't want just something that, we know that you're really working to get this put together, and so people will come in, and that's what we want them to do for you, too. Being that the sign is going to have to be a little smaller to fit that 30%, something that with a border, the previous boards and things used to have talk about the block lettering and things. I'm not as opposed to block lettering, but serifs and things on the letters sometimes give it a more period look, as opposed to just a plain block letter, even though that what stands out best is fine too, or say a gold leaf around it or a white border around the letter. There's a lot of different things that can be done.
I think, if you look at the front of the building, it's got that brick
Yeah.
done in the window. It doesn't necessarily really reflect a historic building exterior, especially with that 1950s type
Correct, the mid-century.
sign that's out there. I don't have, I think,
And the minimalist block letter, and that's why I said,
Yep.
when I said right off the bat, I don't have a problem really with that. I was just going with what other boards and other people have said in the past and as we were talking about signage. That's not meaning that we're looking for you to do that, but
I think our letters are fine. Just put I think a border would be nice just to finish it, but other than that,
something to make it pop for you.
Right, I'd appreciate it. Now, once I make these changes, do I have to wait until next month to get it approved, or will I be able to come back sooner to get this going?
If she brings the
No.
colors back to show Renee, just bring the sample back so
Yes.
we'll know that.
Right. Just come to the office and,
And speak with Renee?
right, that's me.
Okay.
Okay. And we can go from there, so you don't have to wait or prolong this.
No, we want you to have this up. It's getting close to that time, so you definitely, we want you up there as quick as we can. I don't see a problem with that. Any other comments from commission or?
The size was really my only concern when I looked at this on the thing we got on our email, but you've already addressed that, so.
Then I would entertain for a motion to approve the sign with the caveat of bringing in a color sample of the letters. And we would let this go either as it sets or with a border. Just whatever would suit you in this particular case right now. So.
Okay, and when I do bring the samples back, do I get approved at that moment? If you approve it?
Yes.
Right then?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, oh,
No.
yes, yes,
No.
you don't have to, no, this would be it, yeah, this is, I think it's just a matter of just seeing maybe a little bit different color than just the bright fluorescent red, I think is really what we're looking at.
Okay,
Right. Yeah, so if you can bring it in tomorrow, you'll be done tomorrow.
all righty. Is that it?
That's it,
All right, thank you, guys.
Okay.
thank you, now
On the
We've made a motion.
requirement, are you recommending or requiring a border?
No requirement.
Recommending.
recommending, but no requirement. If there is a border, that's fine, if that's what we would recommend, but.
So I'll make
but-
the motion that with a approved color swatch,
Uh-huh.
lettering with a recommended border, but not necessary, this be approved.
Very good.
Did that make sense?
Yep.
I think
Okay.
it did.
Okay.
We have a motion,
I'll second.
and we have a second.
Okay,
May we have a vote, please?
certainly Commissioner Wood,
Yes.
Chairman Brown.
Yes.
Do it again, I keep reminding everybody.
You're Commissioner
Commissioner
now.
Brown. All right, okay. Commissioner Long. Commissioner Mahoney.
Yes.
And Commissioner Robbins.
Yes.
Yes,
You are approved with modifications.
very well.
Thank you.
Thank you, good luck. Well, we've already done the public comments. Comments from staff?
I just have one quick comment that kind of parallels this. I have spoken to my boss and given my notification that I will be resigning from the city with much heartache on my part because like I told her, I intended to be much older and much grayer, and that didn't work. My doctor indicates to me I need to go home. So I appreciate all of you. You've all been wonderful to work with, and it's been a true pleasure. So we'll go from there.
You will be missed.
Renee, thank you for your service, and thank you for all your hard work and everything you've done and helped us and helped me, helped the commission and all the other commissions that you have put many hours in to do and to be here and kind of guide us along with the book and other things and everything that you've done. You will be truly missed. Thank you for everything you've done, and sorry to hear that you're going, but hey, it's going to be fun. You're going to be able to sit back and just kind of point and laugh now.
No, I won't do that. I won't do that.
Well,
The
maybe we
work
won't
that-
do.
The work that you all do is so important within historic preservation, I think it's beautiful when we get discussion going, because that means people are paying attention to historic preservation. And the more and more that we do, that we have those discussions, and that from time to time, we do change each other's minds, and that's a good thing, So I appreciate all that you've done, and excited about all that you guys are going to do.
Well, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, and thanks again for being a part and doing everything you have for us. It's been great. Wow. Comments from commissioners, it's hard to follow up with that, so.
Who cares at this point, right?
Yeah, really.
I have a side note. Today, I scheduled a tour. Preservation America is coming. They're going to come for a tour. They're going to tour the museum. They're going to tour the town. It's actually led by a guy who was at SHPO, at the State Historic Preservation Office, and he's now in D.C. with the National Park Service. So he's bringing a group, and so I'm just kind of excited about that. It's going to be very cool.
exciting.
Do we know when they're coming?
Yes, that's what.
I forgot the date. It's in the next 2 weeks, though.
Okay, within the next 2 weeks,
Yes.
they'll be here, so sometime before the end of October, okay.
Is there anything we can do to help? Do you need bodies? Do you need signs? Do you need
I don't think
As somebody asked me this morning on a totally another matter, do you need pickets? Somebody asked me this morning on a totally another, do you need pickets?
do you need pickets? No, I don't need pickets. We don't need pickets. They're coming to, Jim is very familiar with Guthrie. He's actually the person who led me up here to do research and preservation in the first place. So this is a town that he's proud of, that he thinks is a good example, and he's bringing other people to show what we have done here. So I just think that's a cool feather in our cap.
No,
That is.
and that is. Thank you for bringing them home and showing them around.
I think
And,
it's pretty cool.
you know, have them walk certain ways and not look others. So it's just, but,
It's good to have those kinds of things happening again, yeah.
and that brings actually kind of into what James, James Long and myself, we were able to actually got out and walk a little bit of town today. And I was making a joke. We made the comment to each other, there is not one single building that we did not walk in front of that needs some sort of attention. Whether it just be a little bit of lawn maintenance, if you can call it that. There's weeds growing up in the doors. There's just little bits of paint. There is definitely just not a single building in town that does not need some kind of attention. And I would hope that our building owners, me included, we need to be vigilant and get things out there and get this done, so we do put on a good face for Guthrie, so. And for the people that you're bringing to town, so.
Well, Sandy's not here, but she'd be glad to know that at least a light pole now stands where we started this information back in May, I guess.
Something like that.
And so there's a light pole there. There's still no light, but there at least is a pole back. So
Pole has
hopefully
been
maybe a light will follow.
Progress.
Yeah.
All right.
Things are coming along, and so it's. We miss her, but she is having her anniversary dinner this evening, so it's
Oh, cool. Congratulations to her.
congratulations to her, yeah, and Brian. Any other comments or?
Looking back at last month's comments, I was just wondering about the sign at the jungle.
I'm sorry, I don't have information on that.
I didn't know if Jim
I am
went.
missing a cohort.
Yeah, I
and
noticed
don't have
that.
So
Yeah.
It
Okay.
has not
I'll
been,
have
but
him call you tomorrow.
If we can follow up,
Thank you.
yes, thank you for following up with that. Anything else? If not, I would entertain for a motion to adjourn.
A motion to adjourn?
I'll second.
So moved.